Hello, everybody. We are here at Fanime, and we are here with.
Just Mishy. Yeah.
Let's get into it. Who are you?
I am Mishy, otherwise known as Just Mishy and Just Spicy. I am an artist and also a VTuber. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Now, what actually got you into vending in general, in the artist sphere, and just I know you've vended at many other conventions before. What got you into it all?
I think the first convention I went to was actually this convention, Fanime, back in like the 2010s. And like I've always drawn since I could hold a pencil. And if when I came to like Fanime, I saw like, oh my god, like there's artists, they're selling their art and stuff. Like I want to do that one day. So like since then, it's just like, oh, it's been a goal. Like I draw, and like why not?
You definitely do draw, and some of your comics have gone quite viral. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What gone into like some of the creative process there?
There, it's not that I expected it to go viral or anything. Is that like, I mean, I've drawn like kind of comics before in the past. I think a lot of it like revolved around relationship stuff because I think my long term relationships I've had have been long distance, and it's kind of like, oh, we're long distance. You kind of have like that. Oh, it would be nice if we were together in person. Like, how would we respond in such ways? And so I would draw stuff like that with my partners. And eventually, now it's the modern day comics. Initially, I think the one that blew up was like I made it like after like a breakup. It was kind of like I need to get my feelings out. I draw this thing just to get my feelings out, and then it blew up. So like, yeah, I didn't expect it, but then it became really big. So after that, I was like, oh well, I may as well like draw more if people really like it. That's really it.
Yeah, many of your comics are based on experiences that you've had, correct?
I would say like some of them are like experiences I've had, and some of them are like loosely like, oh yeah, like I can see ourselves in our situation kind of thing. Or some of them are based off like existing memes I might kind of adjust to like suit like my experience or situation better. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Totally get that, but do you at all find it a little bit reaffirming that there are many people who really relate to your comics and see themselves in them?
I don't think so. It's like, oh yeah, we're all horny. It makes sense. I think it's like it kind of humanizes everyone. It's like, oh, we all experience this kind of feeling. So it's like, oh no, it's nice. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the comics has like a very like strong appeal to like couples. I'm like, yeah, actually that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I do it based off my experiences, like in a relationship, so it makes sense that they would like appeal to like couples and stuff online and whatnot.
100%. And you've actually told your style as being like the combination of cute and lewd. Can you like elaborate a bit more on that?
I don't know. It's not much to elaborate, honestly. It's just like I just like cute stuff and I like lewd stuff, and it's like there's not a whole lot of like cute and lewd. Like when you think of like lewd stuff, it's mostly like sexy, which is not bad. You know what I mean? There's sexy's still good, but like it's mostly like sexy lewd. There's no whole lot of cute lewd. So like it's something I want to see and like content online. So it's like, well, it may as well be the change you want to see. So I started like, oh yeah, maybe I should do it. Like I can draw. Why the fuck not? I don't know.
100%. And I'm sure that there are some artists who have definitely influenced your style. Is one of those Kenzoku Miro?
I don't remember the artist by name. There was one artist I like, Kansaki Hiro.
Kanzaki Hiro. I misspoke.
No, no
Apologies.
worries. No, no. How did you know that?
Well, we have to know here. You're Michi.
Say it again.
Well, we have to know. You're Mishi.
No, but how did you know that name? How'd you know they inspired me? Did I tell you that before, or did you just like put it together? Did you just find out? Okay. Well, anyways, I don't know how your methods, but yeah. So like one of my top favorite like artists and inspirations would be like Kansaki Hiro, which is like the character designer of Edamanga and Orimo. And he also did like I believe the character design for Luna Kage Luna. I forgot her like first name.
Kage Luna, the VTuber, I believe.
Yes, yeah, from Hololive. Yeah, I know the artist did the character design for that VTuber. Yes.
100%. And on that, that same artist, they influenced your OC design. Is that true?
No, I would say like so my persona's design. She was inspired by like I think two main factors.
Actually, before you elaborate on that, I actually have a gift for you. I do. Right here. What can you tell me about this
Oh my
character right
god!
here?
Oh, I love this print. Thank you. No, actually, I do really like this print. Modern, like stat. Oh my god! Wait, there's another one.
There's multiple in there. Yes, you can
Shit,
take them
oh
out if
my
you
god,
like.
that's so
There's
sweet.
one more in there if you'd like to take it out and see.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love them.
What can you tell me about Katago Amirin right there, this
Yeah.
character?
Oh, she's so cute. I mean, like everyone likes Marin, you know. And it's like, I mean, I feel like everyone does Marin, but she's basically like Yaru, really likes cosplay. She's super cute, and she's like really like happy, like woo wahoo, and she really likes like what's his name? Gojo?
I believe his
Gojo?
name was
Yeah,
Gojo.
Gojo. And there's like she's really cute and she's really pretty and she's like happy go lucky. I don't know if that's the right word to describe it, but like yeah, she's just a bubble of joy and like a lot of people like that. So
Has she specifically had any influence on your art, OCs, or any of the characters that you've designed?
I would say like in terms of like energy, I would say like how do I describe it? Like the like my character design itself, like the dress and like the bow and everything, that is something I made prior. I made that like all the way back in like high school. Like in the 2010s roughly. I made that all the way back in high school. But it's like I see the energy in Mara and I'm like, oh, I need to put more like traits of that into my character. It's more so like a I think it's more so like an art that I'm like, okay, like there's some elements I like in Mara and I put it into my drawings and my Sona. Another I think example of like energy that I like in a character that I would like to implement into my Sona is like Lum from Urusei Yatsura. I really like Lum from Urusei Yatsura. She's my favorite.
It's a classic. I mean, one of the first examples
Yeah.
of a popular waifu show out there.
Yeah, I mean, like I personally, I didn't watch the original when it came out. I mean, I wasn't even live when it came out, but I didn't watch the original. I got into it from I think the 20 I forgot what year, 2022 or something like that, a reboot of
I believe there was a remake or reboot in 2022. Yes.
yeah, roughly around there. I got into it from the reboot. That's how I got into it. Yeah.
100%. Well, we're actually here at the night market. Can you, and well, you specialize a bit more in the 18 plus or the more lewd art. Can you actually tell me, or if you have anything that comes to mind of any misconceptions that many people will have about 18 plus artists or people who do more in the lewd sphere?
Mm-hmm. How do I describe it? Let's see. So I feel like if people think of like 18 plus artists, I don't know, maybe some people think, oh, they're gooners. They're like, you know, they're like, I don't know, masturbating while they're drawing at their desk or whatever. They're drawing one handed, which I'm like, I can't say personally myself. It's like, I don't do that. I don't know. It's like they're separate. Also, I know there's a misconception that like, or like this idea, like, oh, is it funny if like 18 plus artists jerk off to their own material and then like when I ask like, that when I bring up that question to like other like 18 plus artists, they're like, no, I can't. No, it's like you spend like hours and hours and hours drawing that piece of work. Like it's probably not gonna get you off. You know what I mean? It's like how to describe it. It's like when if you buy art, you want to buy from other people and hang up on your wall. It's like sometimes you go out and you like you know if you're hungry, you go out and eat other people's food in other restaurants. You don't always cook for yourself. You want something different. So I guess it's like the same thing with art.
100% understand it. As people say, you don't go on your own supply.
I guess so. Yeah. I never heard of that one, but okay, I believe it.
Yeah. But going back to the idea of gooners, you're actually familiar with some gooner topics. What can you say about dick pics at all?
Yeah. Well, like, okay, I feel like the thing that I think a lot of people know about me, at least in the convention space, maybe even streaming space, is that like one of the I guess content kind of like forms that people really like for me that kind of popped off is like my dick pic ratings. Yeah, which at first like so basically the whole dick pic rating thing is that like it started off as a stream where like people like users submit like their dick pics to me and then like I rate them on stream like oh 2 out of 10 small dick bad dick I don't know. It's basically like that. And at first, it started off as like a stream idea. They came off of like you know when other like streamers or YouTubers would be like, oh, like I'm gonna rate like user submitted, like fan submitted like photos of like their rooms or like PC setups and stuff. And like I would just take that and like make it dicks, like dick pics, because funny. I don't know.
100%. And in your opinion, what makes a good dick pic from everything that you've seen? Because I know you have quite the experience right now.
That's a really interesting thing to think about. What makes a good dick? I don't know. I think half the time, if on those rating streams or panels, because it also do like dick pic rating panels. A good chunk of the time, if there's like a negative like opinion on it, most often it's just like it's a negative opinion on the photo. Like that, not so much like the actual person, but so how they took the photo and the lighting of the photo. It's like, bro, I can see your cock and ball. The lighting is shit. Like it's out of focus. I can't see it.
Well, unfortunately, many people don't put a lot of effort into the dick pics that they do make, unfortunately.
I don't know if they would or wouldn't. It's I think it's just more so of like there's like camera tactics that not everyone's familiar with. You know what I mean?
Of course, lighting and angle makes a big difference, I would say.
It really does. It really does. Yeah. And I feel like I've heard from like you know professional photographers like You can have like a super expensive professional camera, but if the lighting's bad, it's not going to turn out well. You know what I mean? The photo's not going to turn out well. So like lighting makes a huge difference when it comes to like the I guess production quality of like a photo. If that, I don't know if I'm using the right word, but yeah.
Totally get that. And speaking of lighting and all, you've actually shown off some of your anime figures, like some of those that are in like well put up. I've seen like your displays that you put online. I have to ask, what makes a good anime figure?
I guess it depends on like I guess that's all like a personal like taste kind of thing. For me, like that's a good anime figure.
I just ask because I believe you're quite the connoisseur of anime figures.
I do like them. Yeah, I mean I collect them myself, but like I don't know what makes a good anime figure. I guess if it's like well designed, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I guess one like I don't know. This the one thing that comes into mind of like anime figures is that like a pet peeve I have with them is that like um a lot of like female characters have like skirts. And so if you look down, you look under the figure, you can see like her panties and whatnot. And it's like, bro, these figures are like handcrafted like sculptures that like professional artists make, and it takes time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears. I can imagine maybe hours of time to sculpt and like paint and finalize and go through the whole production process for getting this thing out. You go through all that. You bring this character to life in 3D, this 2D character often, you bring it to the 3D world. And then like you sculpt the panties and you just make the panties white. Like a lot of figures have like just white panties. I'm like, bro, why there's so many like design opportunities. You can match it with the outfit, you can give her like this and that colors, like this character like Marin, like here she'll probably have some really cute like maybe like lingerie, I don't know lingerie, but like really cutesy stuff, you know what I mean, so really cutesy stuff. So we just like they make a figure of Marin and they just like slap on a white panties with her because like they're lazy. I'd be like that's lame. Like she's like a gyaru, so she likes fashion, so you probably want
100%, they could definitely do so much more with that. And I figure another thing that I feel is probably even a worse sin is that when they don't even have panties at all, it's more like bloomers or like where they almost like kind of cover it up down there.
I feel like no, actually, but I do think like in some cases bloomers. I see your point, but like I know bloomers can look good on some figures.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
If it matches the figure's design. Like I have like a I forgot what scale it was, but I have a figure of like Flandre from like Toho, and she wears like this like really like cutesy like puffy like dress that's like kind of like I cannot say man, I forgot, I don't know, like the style is not coming to my head, but it's like really cutesy foodie like frilly and stuff, and she has bloomers. And they're white. They are white, but I'm like, no, the bloomers fit the outfit really well, and I really enjoy that. So like, they actually took the time to, design the panties to match like the character's outfit and stuff, or even personality. So I'm like, that's good. But like, yeah, a good chunk of the time they just give her white panties. I'm like, I scoff at it. I'm like, this is lazy. This is lazy. Like, you're spending all this time making this figure. You may as well give it nice panties that fit the character like in their outfit and stuff. Like, yeah.
Totally agree. But to pivot a little bit back here, do you have any experience in like certain fandom spaces at all?
Oh no.
With that, what can you tell me about Homestuck?
Oh fuck no! You already know it. You already fucking know that already came to mind. I don't know. It's a web comic. It's a really long web comic.
Very long is a bit of an understatement there.
It's a very long web comic. I have quite a history with Homestuck. Of the fan of it, like at this convention, fan of me. I attended a whole lot of cosplay like meetups and stuff. Back when Homestuck was in its hype, and I cosplay characters as well, like Rose and like Roxy, and yeah. You're calling me out here, man. I love Homestuck. I still love Homestuck. It's like it has a really special place in my heart. But yeah, you asking about fandoms and like stuff like that. The Homestuck is probably gonna be the first ones that come to mind.
Would a number two fandom be one shot at all?
I would think so. Yeah, yeah. I would think like Homestuck is more like something I got into when I was like my teenage years. That was like I had like a big grip on me on like my teenage years. I would think one shot's like more like college, like late teens to college, early 20s era of my life. So yeah, I love one shot. I think they're like the two longest like I guess like staple like fandom spaces I've been in. I would say like I was Homestuck in like my teens, one shot in like late teens to early 20s, and I would say like VTubers now. Like now I'm in like general 20s. Yeah.
Well, the VTuber fandom is like very big to see. I mean, you are going to be at Offkai Expo next month, so I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I really like Africa. Africa Expo is like one of my most like my top favorite conventions, both as like an attendee and also like as a vendor slash artist. The sales there are really good. So like, and also the community there is really great. So like, it's just like like just in general, like my one of my top favorite conventions.
And speaking a bit more about VTubers, how does it actually feel to be noticed by some Oshis, or I'm not sure if Oshis, but more VTubers such as Pippa Pipkin or Temba Miami? How does it feel to like have them basically witness you?
I don't know. I don't know if Pippa has noticed me yet, but like Temma just came into like a recent stream of mine where I was like working on like a little like charm design of her, and that was wild. That was wild. I'm like, oh my god, she was so sweet. I don't know. I was just like kind of starstruck of like, oh, that's so sweet of her to like spend time in my own stream and like promote mine. I don't know. I just it's really sweet. I feel like kind of also in a way like I try not to like be too like woo about it because I'm like these are people at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I try not to be like too like parasocial or like put them on too high of a pedestal because yeah, again at the end of the day they're like they're people, but it's still pretty cool when like if someone you look up to like notices your shit, you're like, oh wow, I've been perceived like yeah.
100%. Now we're definitely going to go show off your booth and of some of your other work so I can show off some more there. But to wrap up right here, what would you say that your dream is, like going forward, or just what you have, what you're working towards right now?
I want an endo. I want an android of my persona. Oh, that like I think that's one of the high goals that like I talk about a lot is like I love Nendos. Like I collect figures. Like you mentioned earlier, I collect figures. I like Nendoroids. I want an Nendoroid on my persona. I like my persona's design. It's really cute. So I like a Nendoroid of her. Nendoroid of her at one point. Preferably also scale and 18 plus scale. But like Nendoroids first. Like shoot for the stars. But like I'll go with that. If I just get an Android alone, that's fine with me. But like if I get more, that's better. It's kind of a little bit better. But I know at one point, that's like a big goal of mine for like being a VTuber. I think another goal of mine, it's actually like it's actually past like content creation. So right now, like the thing I'm working on is like like content creation, being a VTuber and stuff. But another big goal of mine is actually post content creation because I know like content creation, like being a being an influencer, that content creator, the lifespan of that career is very short. It's very short. Like you can like peak and get big, and then over time like could be irrelevant. You know what I mean? So you could lose your job that way and your stability. So I know at one point after I got the whole like content creation and thing like out of my system, like I got my fill. I enjoyed it. By the time I had many memories made, accomplished a whole lot of goals. At one point, I do want to open up a cat cafe at one point, and like this it's like heavily inspired by like Japanese cat cafes. I want to do like a whole like I want to do like collaborations with like other franchises like Homestuck, like that's one example.
Would you like say like the cafe Requiem Dream Cafe? Is that at all like an inspiration for you there?
I would say that is like one of the examples of like like it exists, like stuff like this exists and it can happen kind of thing. Yeah, I would say that.
100%. Well, thank you so much for taking some time. Is there anything else you want to shout out to the camera before we go show off your booth?
No, I don't know. I can't think of anything. I'm really bad at thinking of stuff on the top of my head, but I can say it at the moment. I figure watch me like later on sit down at my booth after everything's done and be like, oh, I should have said this at the camera. But yeah, I'm down to go.
All right, now here we are at Mishy's booth. Could you please show us around what we have here?
Yeah. So what we have here, we start at the top. We got a bunch of large prints. They are 11 by 14. We also have like a bit of like little cutouts of like some like charm designs I have. I made like cutouts of them because they're really small, so most people probably wouldn't see it because you kind of see the charms over here. So the little cutouts are so like people can see like, oh, there's like these designs here, and they like come over here and they look for it, and that you have it here. So I have like small acrylic charms. These are my newest art pieces. I'm a slow as fuck artist, so it takes forever for me to draw and make shit. But yeah, these are my newest stuff. Some like wooden charms as well. I have like most of these are my fan art. That's like my persona. Nishimiya from A Silent Voice, Penny Parker from like Spider-Man, and Dorothy Hayes from Val E. We got some also small prints right over here, mostly of like my original persona, whatnot, right over here. And then like some charms that you can just easily just grab. This is a new like display piece because originally my charms were just something I held behind my booth and people would like ask for it. But if people can grab an item, they're more likely to actually like purchase it. So you can do that here. That's new. I love vinyls and magnets. I have two versions. I have magnets because like I have sticker commitment issues. Once you stick a sticker on a surface, it will stay there. Unless maybe it's like a sticker book that changes the game. But yeah, so I made magnets for people that have sticker commitment issues like I do. And and they also have vinyl stickers.
Totally get that. I have the same kind of sticker commitment. Many of them just sit in a scrapbook.
Yeah, like I don't use most of my stickers. Not gonna lie. So like, yeah.
And honestly, it's just easier if you hold the mic. My apologies.
Oh
Here
my,
you go.
no, you're fine. You're fine. So we also have like I have like a little pamphlet of like hentai matsuri pamphlets. It's happening in several weeks of the recording of this video, and then we got the medium prints of like of all the comics that
Big viral hit is right here.
Yeah. Unexpected but crazy nonetheless. So the comics, you know.
What everything here? What would you say is like your favorite piece then?
Oh goodness.
Make it a little bit easier. What would you say is like the most sold right now?
The most sold, probably this one. Like sometimes, like this one is often a highly sold one. Also, this one sells really well. That one sells
The
really
classic right here.
Yeah. So I mean, it's based off an existing meme. That's one of the comics that I have that's like based off existing memes. I kind of like slightly tweak to like fit myself, I guess. And then here we have like my little QR code. Not gonna lie, I have business cards, outdated business cards, and I don't want to print more until like those sell out. So for the time being, I have a QR code that has my updated socials that I can update at any moment versus business cards. But like I print it once, I can't update all of them unless I like maybe like write over them or something, which is kind of cumbersome. But yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else here you want to show off or shout out at all?
I just know I feel like I've shown everything. Oh wait, no!
I know where this is.
It's not my art.
That is
Pussy.
that's very nice. I'm gonna have to censor that, but that is very nice. That can go on the uncensored cut on Patreon.
Yeah, that's it. It's not my art. I don't know if the artist is comfortable sharing their art name, but like, I can ask if they're comfortable with me sharing their art name, and I can send it over to you. But yeah, the pussy.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to show off everything. Okay, and hey, anyone watching, make sure to find her and best of me buy her stuff. She is lovely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it too. Thanks for having me. Thank you for the gifts as well. It's so sweet.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
I am Mishy / just Mishy and just Spicy. I'm a VTuber and artist. You can find my stuff on my Twitter and YouTube. My Twitter's my most active Twitter is _ just Spicy, and I also have my Instagram at just Mishy. YouTube is also just Mishy, and my Etsy, where you can buy my merch and stuff, is just Mishy's, just Mishy with an S. Someone took just Mishy, so yeah, that's it.
Well, 100%. Thank you so much for taking the time to take some time to talk to me, allow me to yap your ear off a bit. But yeah, we'll be calling it here. With that, everyone watching, have a damn good one, and take care, y'all. Ciao,